We look very carefully for an area that would support more than simply an amusement park.
Our large model is our attempt at an exact representation of what our park should look like in May of 1972. And the concept is very much like a four-leaf clover. One leaf is Hanna-Barbera land, a fantasy area for the entire family. Another leaf is Frontier land. Another leaf is a reproduction of an old amusement park of 50 years ago that we're calling Coney Island. And the fourth leaf over here where you see the pool and the Eiffel Tower, we're calling International Street.
International Street is a boulevard lined with a lot of quaint little shops representing a lot of different countries. It begins at the main gate and runs to the Eiffel Tower. This area will represent architecture and characters of the many lands that are represented here. One of the highlights of International Street is the reflecting pool, which is about 300 feet long and will have at any given time 30,000 gallons of water in the air.
The highlight of the park is the dark ride. The dark ride, yeah, definitely. The design actually emanated from Hanna-Barbera Studios in Hollywood, and they created more or less a cartoon expedition, you might say, and then we recreated it 3 dimensions. And all the figures that you'll be seeing throughout the ride are life-size, especially Gulliver here. He's about 15 feet, and the rest of the figures are probably around 5 foot. It'll be a nice opportunity for the kids to see their favorite cartoon characters in real life rather than on a TV screen in front of them. You get into a boat and come through a giant-sized TV screen surrounded by all the Hanna-Barbera characters, and you just sort of float very smoothly through a nice, wonderful cartoon world.
The Banana Splits, Fred Flintstone, Barney Rubble, Scooby-Doo, Lamsey, Bristlehound, and Mildew Wolf. They'll be meeting people at the front gate, and we plan on having shows where the Hanna-Barbera characters come out in the audience, and we have audience participation.
We have the Flume ride in Frontier Town. It's almost a roller coaster in water, I call it.
We have 2 full-size steam engines coming in, pull 2 big trains. We have a beautiful little railroad station there. The children of today won't be able to ride a train anymore, so we decided to go to this full-size engine so that they could see what people used to use for transportation.
We hope they enjoy the landscaping and take a lot of pictures of it. We are interested in making this one of the most beautiful parks in the country, and this is our challenge, to make it outstanding landscaping. Before we started building the park, we've marked the trees we wanted to preserve. And actually, we designed the park to miss a lot of these trees. We mark them with white ribbon. A 1-striper means don't take it out unless you have to. A 2-striper means don't bother it and coming to me. And 3-striper means if you take it, if anything happens to that tree, watch out, because you're in trouble.
You'll be able to play golf. You can come in a camper. We'll have nature trails down by the river.
We'll have complete facilities at the campsites. We'll have canteen. We'll have swimming pool. We'll have miniature golf there.
The golf courses will be across the highway. We feel will fit in very nicely with the resort atmosphere and very directly with the lodge itself.
Just a complete program for the whole family that they can enjoy for as long as you wish.
The whole Kings Island resort and amusement park sits astride I-71, just about 20 miles north of Cincinnati. It's about an hour and a half to 2 hours from Columbus, Indianapolis, Louisville, Lexington, and Parkersburg.
Well, old Coney area is 4th of July, Barnum and Bailey, red, white, and blue, exposed light bulbs, and Barker in front of the show, things like that. Just as Coney Island would have looked at the turn of the century or a little later than that.
I think it'll be probably one of the most exciting areas in the park because it will be typical of the amusement park as people know an amusement park basically.
This is a double coaster in the sense that two trains are going to race each other. We're going to leave that incline and come down side by side through these two tracks to see which one can get home first. We have to get them wild, and this is a wild one. And personally, I can't wait to ride it because I like them wild, and I build them wild, and I would like to see the people scream from the time they leave that top until they hit back on the brakes.
It's going to look like a needle from down the road. Basically, it's a 1/3 scale model of the original Eiffel Tower in Paris.
This was designed over in Austria.
How you call it? A fine, a good view.
It's 326 feet to the top. We'll have two high-speed elevators that whisk people to the top for observation of the entire park.
You can see that these boys are not kids. They've been there a while. None of these boys started up at that kind of height. They've all been there before. You would have to say you get used to it. We have more trouble falling down here than we do up there. When you think about it, a man's work and his sidewalk is right there in front of him. As long as he watches what he's doing, he's all right.
We think that we really have a great thing going for all ages.
We are trying to create something very spectacular for the people to see when they come in here.
It's going to be a beautiful, fantastic place for people to visit and just have fun.
This is going to be good for everybody. It's going to be nice, real nice.
It'll be something to see.
Things that you couldn't even see in the movies, you'll be able to see here.